This dashcam footage was recorded in Mexico, where a man and his wife had just entered the country in the early hours of January 3rd, 2020. Only a few minutes after crossing the border, they encountered a roadblock with several people standing nearby. As the driver approached, a car in the middle lane moved forward, and the men outside signaled for them to pass through. However, as the driver tried to do so, a pickup truck suddenly appeared and blocked the way. The people outside started banging on the windows and trying to open the doors.
It's the cartel.
Yeah.
The group in the video attempted to stop the vehicle by setting up the roadblock, but the driver managed to evade them by quickly maneuvering around the blocking cars and speeding away in the opposite direction. Such groups are known to set up traps like these in various locations, primarily to steal passing trucks for multiple purposes. They also steal valuable items such as wallets, cell phones, and other possessions from unsuspecting drivers. There were several reports of stolen items, including credit cards, filed on that day. This dashcam footage was captured from a police vehicle on February 18, 2022, in Shawano, Wisconsin. An officer was patrolling the highway when suddenly this happened. The dashcam captures a pileup of cars caused by the icy road conditions. Despite the officer's attempts, the icy conditions didn't allow him to slow down. He crashes, and cars behind him begin to slam into his police vehicle. The officer was trapped inside his vehicle. After a while, some people who were involved in the crash went to check on him.
Hey, officer, are you okay?
A little sore, but
You okay?
I'm a little sore, but I gotta try and get a hold of my supervisor at least. I'm kind of trapped right now.
How's your legs and everything?
They're all right. I'm kind of trapped right here.
Okay, yeah.
I'm with Shawano PD. I gotta try and get out of here and do what I can to help you guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm trapped right now.
That's okay.
Hold on. Let me try and get out of my driver's door first.
Can you? Can you?
Nope, we got it open.
You got it open?
It took the officer 6 minutes to free himself from his trapped vehicle. He then assisted other stranded drivers. The pileup involved a total of 39 vehicles and caused 10 people to be injured.
This dash cam footage from a truck captured the moment of an ambush by multiple individuals who used tree branches to create an improvised roadblock on the highway. The group, comprised of illegal immigrants, was angered by the recent demolition of their makeshift camp. The attackers climbed the guardrail and threw rocks, sticks, and even chunks of concrete at the truck driver. Fortunately, the driver managed to escape past the roadblock. However, the driver suffered multiple injuries from items thrown through the windshield, requiring medical attention. He reported feeling fearful for his life during the incident. Hurricane Ida, a devastating Category 4 hurricane, hit Louisiana in 2021. It was the second most powerful hurricane to ever strike the state and wreaked havoc as it moved northward into the U.S. Multiple tornadoes were spawned in its path. Dashcam footage from a semi-truck captured one such tornado in Pennsylvania. The truck came to a stop at a red light, but the driver chose to remain still even after the light turned green. As the winds picked up and visibility worsened, power lines on the side of the road gave way. The truck continued to be forcefully pushed around by the strong winds of the tornado.
The tornado watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. for southeastern Pennsylvania. Repeating, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire for the following counties in Pennsylvania, Delaware, Montgomery, and Philadelphia. At 3:15 p.m. Wednesday, the stage was 6.4 feet. Moderate flooding is forecast. The river is expected to rise above flood stage light this evening to a crest of 14.8 feet tomorrow morning. Several driveways and other minor roadways are affected. Water begins to enter some basements. Impact at 10.0 feet. High water isolates several houses, resulting in some evacuation.
The powerful winds eventually toppled the truck, causing the dashcam to fall out of place, revealing the driver still in his seat. A man driving a van in front of the truck quickly turned around to help the driver, assisting him out of the truck. The two men then ran for cover in a nearby building. Fortunately, the truck driver sustained only minor injuries. Several calls were made to the police by a neighborhood in New Jersey, alerting them to a strong gas smell in the air. The police, firefighters, and utility workers responded and began to search for the source of the gas leak. During this time, 75 houses in the neighborhood were evacuated. After some time, an explosion occurred, which was captured on the dash cam of one of the police cruisers. The explosion caused debris to scatter throughout the neighborhood in all directions. The house was completely blown from its base by the explosion, although it was empty at the time due to ongoing renovations. However, 15 individuals were injured, most of them being utility workers and firefighters. A few of them required airlifts to nearby emergency rooms, as their injuries were severe. While it is believed that a 2-inch gas main break caused the explosion, the reason for the breakage and the cause of the ignition remain unclear. For this clip, the dash cam footage of a parked car on a mid-October day in 2014 can be seen. From the audio, you can hear that someone is inside the car. A window rolling down can be heard, followed by the driver saying something is being creepy. That's when you realize what he is referring to, as you can see a man wearing a disturbing-looking mask walking around the car. The driver claims that there were 5 others with the same mask, which are not visible from the dashcam. From the audio, it's clear the driver thinks it's a joke, as you can hear him laughing. But that's when one of the men with the masks breaks the car's windows and proceeds to steal all the driver's valuables. Horrifying screams from the driver can be heard.
Consumers are facing during the decline in the U.S. economy. The Internal Revenue Service may
Those are so creepy. Where'd you get it?
This may result in back taxes being reduced by thousands of dollars. An open phone line.
Where did you get them? Come here. What did you get?
Ensure your financial stability during this
How
decline.
much did you get in the car?
Take down this number now. 800-639-9690. That's 800-639-9690. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, there's no need to pay anymore. The IRS will not be accepting reduced settlements.
This dash cam footage was captured in January of 2016. The Lincoln County Police would release this footage. Deputy Jeremy Gotten is driving the cruiser who was conducting a regular patrol in the area at the moment. As he gets closer to an intersection, Jeremy observes an obstruction in the middle of the road, which was moving and coming towards him. infant child was running through the center of the street to Jeremy's front bumper. Jeremy would pick him up and question where his parents were. After some time, the parents would be located. They were discovered frantically looking for their child. Later, it was determined that the kid had unknowingly got out of the parents' house through an open door. The parents immediately realized that their kid was missing. This incident was fully investigated based on basis of child neglect. Although it eventually found to just be an accident, no criminal charges were filed as a result. This dash cam footage was captured in the early morning hours of July 27, 2018. Wyoming police received numerous calls describing a reckless, wrong-way driver on a highway. 2 officers were immediately dispatched to the scene. The cops were forced to use their police vehicle as a temporary barricade to stop the driver on the highway. This entire event was captured on their dash cam.
Take as many lanes as you can. Watch yourself, watch yourself.
We are going to set up like this. He's coming right at us right now.
Alright, we got him coming at us.
As the 2 officers set up, the headlights of the wrong-way driver can be clearly seen approaching them. Disturbingly, the driver showed no indications of slowing down or even changing the path of their car to avoid a collision.
Watch yourself. You alright?
Yep.
Officer Chris Swift's quick response to turn their vehicle was the only action that prevented a head-on collision and likely a fatal situation. The wrong-way driver eventually stopped later on the road and was taken to the hospital for treatment of injuries. The man, who was 60 years old, was charged with his 3rd offense of driving a vehicle while intoxicated. The police officers escaped the incident with only minor injuries. This dash cam footage was captured on November 19, 2017, in Florida. A pair of police cars were responding to a traffic stop. A few minutes after they arrived, a small plane slowly circling in the air can be seen. However, it swiftly becomes clear that it is dropping and moving directly toward them. The right wing of the plane strikes a tree as the plane descends, causing it to spin out and forcing it to the side of the street. A few minutes earlier, the 4-seater plane had departed from a nearby airport. 2 people were in the plane, a pilot and a passenger. A few minutes into the flight, their engines started to fail. The pilot reported this back to the airport and explained that he didn't think he could make it back. With one engine continuing to worsen, the pilot had no other option but to crash land on a street. There were already cops in the area. Even though the crash was horrific, the 2 individuals were able to walk away with minimal injuries. This dashcam video captures the emergency response to a 911 call about a burning truck. The incident occurred on February 11, 2017, in Glen Heights, Texas, during the late hours. According to the report, a truck was on fire in the drive-through lane of a Jack in the Box, posing a danger to the building. Officer Chris Walk arrived at the location as the first responder, and it became apparent that the truck was close to exploding. Acting quickly, he used his patrol car to move the truck away from the restaurant building, preventing a potentially dangerous situation. The swift action taken by the officer prevented any damage to the building. Moreover, there were no reported injuries.
Thank you for watching Crime Story USA. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more gripping crime tales. Drop a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions for future stories. Your input means a lot to us.